Okay, CBT lesson for, you know, I think it's Christiana, but Christiana or Christiana's husband. This is El Mosquito is the name of the song from Eddie Dimas and the Upsets. Really cool song, man. This was a song I had never heard before. It's got that full-on 60s vibe, probably because it was from the 60s. 4 pages. I've got everything notated for you. You'll see when I scan and send these over. All the techniques that are used in this you're going to find in here. The EQ, I give a guesstimate on the amp EQ, which would be lows would be 5 to 6. Mids would be 7 to 8, highs would be 9 to 10, and as far as effects, the only effect in there is reverb, and that's between 3 and 4. That's just a ballpark because reverb settings on different units output more than others, so that just gets you a ballpark idea. I think there's 10 sections in this. Yes, there's 10 sections. I got everything time-stamped for you, so this should be self-explanatory. Really fun song. Had a good time doing this. So you want to tune standard, and I noticed it's a little sharp from standard, like a quarter step sharp. I listened to there was only a couple versions, and they were both like from the album. So here we go. This is section 1, the real short part that kind of leads in to the main rhythm here, and it'll go. So you're gonna go, and I got the fingering notated for you as well. 7/4 on the D with pinky in first. And the lines in there, those will be your rests. And then 7/7 on the A, 4/6 on the D. So let's get both hands in here. And then the big chunk of the rhythm here is going to be this. This is section 2, which is 2 seconds to 4 seconds. It passes very fast, and it's 3 times. So it's an A major with a E bass, an alternating bass note going on. So go 6 or go 7, 6, 5, 5, and then use your third finger up here for the E bass, which is 7th fret on the A string. And you're gonna, it's alternating bass notes, so you'll be going D, and then strum the last 3 strings, and then go to the A, and there's a quick rest there, so just take your hand. If you don't, it's gonna go. You don't want that. You want it real staccato, which is choppy. Then catch the A string 7th fret, and then strum strings 4 through 1 with another quick rest. That's the concept. It goes 3 times of that, notated in your tabs with double dots, and 3 times next to that. And the section 2A, which is how this kind of finishes out leading into the melody, is a repeat of the first half, and then actually the 3/4 of it, and then the 7A. So you have, and then catch fret 5 on the B string. It's in there if you listen close. Then the melody kicks in, middle 7, high E, third finger 8 on the B string, and you're gonna hit those and slide it up a whole step to 9/10. You're also going to see in your tabs notations for which direction to strum in. The staple is down, the V is up, and it'll go. Oops, pulled it right off the neck. Alright, so let's jump into it. You're sliding a whole step. Make sure when you slide that when you get up here you still hear both those. In other words, this third finger, make sure it doesn't angle itself and mute out. Even if you start it right where you hear both, a lot of times people go to slide it, and when they get to their target the angle just drops a little and it mutes out the high E string. You should hear 2 notes there. Once you get to 9/10, go up, down, rest. Okay? Quick rest, then go to 9/7, B and E, down, up, down. Quick rest. So then go a whole step over from there, 7/5, B and E, and this time go 2 downs, and then fret hand mute, notated with an X across those 2 strings. The way to do this would be, so you'll go 2 times, lift the pressure, and strum it. You shouldn't hear notes. I don't know if you can tell I'm going. That mute is in there. And then push the pressure back down and go down, up, down, up, down. Let it ring. Then go 5B, 4E, down, up, down. Then go 3rd fret E, 4th fret B, half step slide to 5-4. So it'd be, wait, let's take it from the 5. No, let's take it from the 5-4, yeah. It'll be, and then 3B, 2E, then 3B. So if we went from the 7-5 where it had the mute, then 9B, 7E, go down, up, down, up, down, quick rest, 7-5, B and E, down, up, down, rest, 5-4, B and E, 2 downs, rest. So from the 9-7 you'd have this. Right? And then 3E, 4B, slide it up to 5 and 4, and then go up, down, let it ring. So it'd be, okay, then strum it down once. That'd be 5-4, 7-5, 9-7, 10-9. Then a fret hand mute. So when you hit to the 10-9 B and E, lift the pressure off and hit it as a mute. If that stuff's too tough, you don't have to throw in the muting, but I tried to grab exactly everything I heard on the studio version. Oops, so we have, what do we have? Oops. With the mute. Then you'll see section 3, this is like an extension of it. You go back and repeat it, but there's no 9-10 at the star. The star is where you start the beginning of section 3 with the, they don't slide it, they just hit it as a 10-9. So that's notated. In other words, you'll go instead of, okay, also no star 1. The star 1 is the very last 9-10 at the end of this section that had that mute. You just don't do, you end it on the 9-7, which would be, it would be ending like this, in other words. Then we move into section 4, which is 21 seconds to 22 seconds. It's a 1 second part. It'll go. 9B, first finger, you're going to pick and hammer onto the 10th fret. Just slam the finger. Make sure the volume's even. 11G, you got to rest after that as well as after the hammer on. 9G, 11D, that's a hold. That's notated in your tabs. You want to hear both of them. You don't want to go. You want to go. And then 12th fret A twice. So it's. Alright, then we go to page 2. Turn it over here. Section 5, 23 seconds to 25 seconds. Pretty cool part. Percussive here. It's the A major using the F major shape. 5, 5, 6, 7 from string 1 up. I bar the 5th fret there. But all the fingers are there in the tabs for the chords. You can alter the fingering if you need to. And this will go. So you have once, rest, and then 2 more quick ones. And then down, up, down, up, down. That would be, so. So that is 2nd fret G and B. I'd bar those. 3rd fret and 4th fret B and G with your index and middle. And then move it a half step sharp to 4 and 5. So it's. Let's try that section. Then section 2, you go back and repeat that 3 times. Section 2A, 1 time. section 3 2 times with the section 3 extension. So basically you're repeating all that. And then section 6 comes in, and this is similar. This is similar to section 4, but it's a little bit different. Kind of leads into a little solo part. You'll do 43 seconds to 50 seconds. Start on 9B, hammer to 10, 11G, 9/11 as a hold on the G and D. So hear how they're ringing together. And then 12/9 on the A, 7A, and then alternate pick 7/9 on the A, and then we have a fret hand mute. So it'd be and that is 7/9 down up, and up on the A string as a fret hand mute. So I'm just lifting the pressure, playing an upstroke on that. That's what makes it percussive. And then 7D, first finger, down. And then 5th fret on the low E, you got to use your middle finger for this. It'll make sense once you start it, because once you see where the next note is, it'll go. So middle finger 5E, you have a rest, then go 4 5 4 7 A E A A. So we have and then down up on the 7th fret, you're already there. And then up down on 6 5. So 4th fret A, first finger, rest. Then go 7 4 A D, down up. So it's, and then we have, and then do that again, but then go to 7D. So you have, let's try it again. And then this part's kind of fast here. It goes. And this is a combination technique. It's a hammer on and a pull off. Go to fret 4 on the D, pick, hammer to 7, pull off back to 4. One of the issues people have with combination techniques like this is the pick note naturally is going to be loud, but they'll go hammer and they don't put hard enough pressure, or maybe you're just lightly doing it, and then you pull off, and maybe the pull off's louder. You want to try to keep the volume level of the technique solid. So all 3 of those notes should be angle the index, because when you pull off, it's snapping, right? You don't want it to strum the other. So if you put an angle on this, it'll serve as a mute, so it doesn't strum those strings, and if it does, it's muting it. And then go 4A, or 7th fret A with your 4th finger, so that you could subgroup that as. And then go up on 4D, down on 7A, and then down on 7D. And just kind of shift the knuckle down. So we'd have. And then this part is going to seem kind of familiar. We did this earlier, but now they're doubling it. 2 2 G and B, go down up. From there you go 3 4 B and G, down up, and move it a half step sharp, which means 1 fret, up to 4 and 5. So you have. Then we are into section 2, and that is 3 times. I think that's the main hook of the song. Oh no, it's this part that goes. That's section 2. All right, and then we go into the 7D, strum 6 5 5 G B and E, and then the 7A. So that's just like it's the extension off section 2. So if you went from that section 2 3 times, and then go, And then section 7 comes in, and this is 55 seconds to 1:08. And I like this part, probably my favorite part of the song. There it goes. And that's 5/7 on the B. And then go back to the 5th fret. You're going to pick hammer to 7, pull off to 5. Angle that index, right, to mute the high E. And then move over to the 4th fret and hit that once. And then go middle finger 5B. So that little riff. And then we got the A chord using the F shape, 5, 5, 6, 7, twice. So then it repeats the melody, changes the chord. And instead of doing like this, we're now going to go 4, 5, 7, 6. And you're going to do that twice. Alright, so. And then double dots, you'll repeat that one. And then we move to page 3, which is actually the first part again. That one, okay? Double dots, so you're going to go back and repeat that. Yeah, you go back and repeat all that, the whole thing. Alright, so, but when you repeat it, there's no star. So at the very end, you'll go, and you won't do the. Instead, we move into section 8. This is 1:09 to 1:12. And this is similar to a part we did earlier as well. It goes. Alright, so 10th fret B, down, down, up. Same thing on the 11th fret G. So me want to go middle finger here. 9th fret G, 11th fret D, 12A, 9A, 7, and then 7, 9, 7, 9. So here's that part. Then a bunch of repeats, section 2, section 2A, section 3, repeat section 3 again. Everything's notated. Then section 4, section 5, section 3, and then coming out of that you'll be going, we'll do this part again. Not the whole thing, 3/4 of it. Then repeat section 7, section 8, section 2, section 2A, section 3, 2 times. Now this time it's palm muted when you play the progression. Everything except star 2 is going to be palm muted. So that would be, let's go to section 2. Really cool sounding too. That is this part where you go. That part. Oops. Then okay, you're going to do that twice, like it says in your tabs, but the second time it's star 2, you don't palm mute, you'll lift it up. So star 2 will be where you do 3/4, sliding up to 5/4. That part's not palm muted. Okay, then section 4 one time, no star. To end it, you end up going into this thing. You got 9A, 7A, 4A, and then section 9 comes in, and this is 219 to 222, and you go so middle finger 5E, short rest. The rest of this is palm muted and alternate picked. 4 and 7 on the A string twice, so it's same thing on the D. Back to the 4th fret D, 7, 4 on the A, and I'm doubling them, right? So except for the first note, down, up, 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 kind of that Elvis Presley style. Then we turn over to page 4 and repeat that, but we'll go. Everything's palm muted, everything's doubled. Middle finger, 5th fret, low E, alternate picked. 4th fret and 7th fret A, 7th fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, 4th fret, 7th fret, and then the 4th fret A1s. So and then end it with this A major bar chord, barring everything 5th fret, 7, 7, 6, and go. Oops. 2 strums, fret hand down up, strum, mute, up, and then up down. Oops. 3 times. Oops. And then you end it with that. And there you go. If you have any questions, you have my email and I believe my cell number. Text me and let me know. Thank you. I had a great time doing this lesson.